Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to USWA Championship Wrestling. Hi, I'm matchmaker James Beard, and it's my privilege to bring to you this special edition of USWA Championship Wrestling. You know, as matchmaker of the USWA, it's my job to think about the future, to bring in new stars and new exciting action. This program, however, we're going to pay a tribute to the past competitors, the past events, some of the great matches that's gone on in the USWA. We're going to see PG-13 and the Rock and Roll Express in a match that began a feud between the USWA and Smoky Mountain Wrestling. We're going to see some of the great brawls that the USWA is famous for. We're also going to see a match between Austin Idol and Jerry Lawler in a cage that was hair versus hair. We're going to pay tribute to the great Jackie Fargo. But first, let's pay tribute to the USWA, as only Jimmy Hart and his music can do.
Sputnik, Monroe, Don and Al Green, the Gilberts and the Funks. I thought they were so mean. I watched them every Saturday on TV. I couldn't wait till they climbed in the ring. Monday night memories are all I have to remind me of you. Jerry Jarrett, Tojo Yamamoto, when he died, it hurt me so. Eddie Marlin, Buddy Wayne, Guy Coffey, hope they never change. Lance Russell, they call Banana Nose. Dave Brown was his sidekick, everybody knows. Monday night memories are all I have to remind me of you. Monday night memories are all I have to remind me of you. I crown thee the new king, Paul the King Ellering. Woo!
You
Look
got
at
a
this.
short memory, Hart. That's all I can say.
I really must see TV.
Get ready for premiere week.
Must see Monday.
Will Susan choose Jack, the millionaire,
Will you marry me?
or Tarzan?
Tarzan, you're a bad boy.
Then fired up. Hey, Dixie Carter's Gwen's mom.
Oh, my.
And get this, on Caroline, Richard gets married.
Married?
But which woman will he choose? And guess who's joining the Naked Truth?
Popeye?
No, it's Chris Elliott. Must see comedy premieres NBC this Monday.
Must see Monday.
When something's wrong with your child or teenager, there are many warning signs.
Why?
Why do you keep doing that?
If you think your child or teenager has a problem, Charter is here to help.
Found this. What is this? What are you trying to hide? Drugs? Drugs? Drugs?
We're here to help you 24 hours a day with outpatient or hospital care. During the day or in the evening after work, you can call anytime.
He just seems so angry.
The first step in easing your child's pain is calling for help. Call Charter. It could make your child's life and yours so much better.
I didn't do it.
Call and talk to one of our trained counselors about our options for treatment.
I wish I were dead.
Your family doesn't have to keep suffering. If your child or teenager has a problem, call us 24 hours a day. If you don't get help at Charter, please get help somewhere.
I'm Travis Tritt, and I love a dancer race. Because I get to hang out with some fast friends.
It'll be cooler weather and faster times at the 10th Annual Pennzoil Nationals on its new date, October 2nd through the 5th.
Everything else, just slow motion.
You know, in the world of professional wrestling, it's not unusual. In fact, it's common to see a lot of arguments and disagreements between individuals. However, it is quite unusual to see two completely different organizations at each other's throat. The USWA and Smoky Mountain Wrestling in 1995 had that problem. And it all began in Louisville Gardens between the USWA Tag Team Champions PG-13, J.C. Ice and Wolfie D, and one of the most famous tag teams of all time, the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson. It happened just like this.
Robert, the legal man in, and Wolfie D needs to be the legal man. But J.C. a long way away from the corner. He was really rattled off of that ring post. Robert Gibson slams Wolfie D. He was just letting J.C. crawl as close as he could. And here comes Wolfie. And the only thing that'll do is distract the referee. Robert laughing, big smile on his face. I think Robert Gibson may have gotten a Charlie on his knee. That's what happened. All of a sudden it went out on him. He makes the tag to Ricky Morton. And Rick takes over. Wolfie on the outside. J.C. bleeding profusely about the eye. And look at him fight back. J.C. Ice coming after Rick Morton. Whips him in. He went over for a pipe drop and got DDT'd right into the back. Oh, man, buddy had him in a cover, two. J.C. up close, wasn't it? Man, what a move from Ricky Morton. DDT, J.C. Ice immediately covered, gets back on his feet. Body slams him down, and Rick Morton trying to finish up. J.C. Ice comes up for it, he misses. J.C. gets out of the way. Here comes Robert Gibson in. Oh, a near 14-minute mark now at this USWA tag title bout, and J.C. Ice has got to get a tag. In the wrong corner, reaching up there. Nobody in that corner but J.C. Wolfie standing in the corner waiting. J.C. goes under, comes back. Gibson sets him up, and Morton comes down with a big clothesline. What a move. They've done that a million times to a lot of wrestlers. The teamwork has always been so good that it's kept them right there in the common. Yeah, they set him up. Gibson just set him up for Ricky Morton in there. What a move. Yeah. Gibson pounding away on J.C. Ice. Go, Ice, go. The fans here in the Mid-South Coliseum. J.C. tries on, he gets the tag. Here comes Wolfie D. Oh, yeah. Oh, referee Rush did not see him, and they got J.C. Turbo suplex. Oh, Oh, my goodness. This could be it. 2. Whoa! JCI. JCI just ahead from the 3-count. Kicks out of it. Double suplex from the Rock and Roll Express. And JCI, with the fans in the USWA cheering him on, just barely kicked out of it. Well, we have 14 and a half minutes gone now in this USWA Tag Team title bout. Current champions Rock and Roll Express defending against PG-13. Gibson on his feet away at JC Ice. JC busted open, but he's fighting his way back. Randy Hales cheering him on. Gibson just picks him up, slams him down hard, Lance Russell. And he whipped him down, Corey. 15 gone, 45 to go in this U.S. Tag title match. Rock and Roll Express defending against the former champions, PG-13. Mark Curtis in the corner of Rock and Roll, Randy Hales in the corner of PG-13. Now both are Rock and Roll in there. Get one of them out. Good night. Roberts camped in there, and referee's trying, but he's been slow to get him out of there. JC Ice, he's almost out of it. He is just staggering around the ring. He finally pulls on Ricky, up over the top, makes a tag on Wolfie D, and once again. Referee Bill Rush over there with Robert and Mark Curtis. And Wolfie says to heck with it, and he just stays in there. Now Randy Hales said, hey, go and get it. He's seen enough of that stuff. Rock and Roll Express reversal here. And that's the flip line. He got it. He got it. What an amazing turn of events. JC Ice went right over the top. Rolled him up for a pin, and now Mark Curtis kicking and stomping on Randy Hales. Oh no, he's got a spur. Ricky Morton got a spur off the boot of Mark Curtis. And Ricky just ripping him with that. Boy, that's terrible. And Bill Rush, the referee, is down. They busted open Wolfie D. Rick Morton ripping down on Randy Hales. Randy is where he took that spur, split his head open. Now Mark Curtis, there's no excuse. Let's get somebody out here, but crying out loud. Robert Gibson beating away on JC Ice. Wolfie D bleeding in the corner. Corey's gone around to see if he can help. Randy out, Rick Morton kicking at him. Why don't you guys grow up? Corey, see if you can get somebody back there. Corey running back, and look how they're pulling Randy Hales' coat down. He is covered with blood. JC Ice and Wolfie D are bleeding. Rock and Roll ends up losing it, and then they do it. Here comes Scott Studd. And he's met and thrown over the top rope. Brickhouse Brown from behind, Rock and Roll grabs Brickhouse. And now look at that lousy Curtis in there. comes back in the ring J.C. Ice, and Ricky Morton has got that spur from Mark Curtis's boot. That's what he split Randy open with. And now here comes Brian Christopher and Jerry Lawler. Boy, I'll tell you one thing. You're sure going to be proud of yourself. Lawler and Christopher came in. Oh, yeah, that's marvelous. Get up there and beat Randy Hales up and absolutely took a spur off a boot and dug it into his head. He's covered with blood. Wolfie and J.C. Ice. Wolfie had his head busted open early on a ring post. J.C. did. And finally, Jerry Lawler and Brian Christopher got out of here to help Scott Scott and Brickhouse Brown. Well, PG-13 ended up winning the belt, Spike, but I'll tell you, that's not much consolation when you see the havoc that they've left up in that ring. Randy Hales hammered badly in there. And so PG-13 ends up winning the match.
Oh, great action. Makes me wish I'd been there. We're going to be right back in just a moment with one of the greatest brawls ever in USWA history. See you in just a minute with more memories of the USWA.
Now, coolness for your mouth, long-lasting freshness for your breath has its own look, shape, and taste. It's Cert's Cool Mint Drops. Cool new box, cool mint drops. Outside, cool, clean, and fresh tasting. Inside, a sparkling drop of Redson for fresh, clean breath that really lasts. Cert's Cool Mint Drops, so you can keep your cool longer. Available in new freshmen, too.
Dear Chuck, I'm in golf heaven. Alabama has the most incredible courses I've ever played. A golf trail all the way from the Highlands to the Gulf. I picked up a few tips watching the pros. Now it's one birdie after another. You should have seen the eagle on the third green. For great golf, Alabama's the place to play.
Call today for your free guide to an unforgettable Alabama vacation. 1-800-ALABAMA.
Bigger is better, and Covington Pike Lincoln Mercury's biggest inventory ever is now in final closeout. Over 200 clearance Lincolns and Mercuries in forced reduction. Maxed out 97 Cougars are just $15,995. Choose from 1597 Sables starting at $16,995. Shop over 50 Grand Marquis starting at a low $19,600. And you'll find 6 all-new 98 Navigators in stock now. Covington Pike Lincoln Mercury now in final closeout. Off Covington Pike on Covington Way.
Join us for a festival of colors, music, and family fun, Sunday, October 12th at Overton Park's Rainbow Lake. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Memphis invite you to explore a magical mixture of entertainment for the whole family against a colorful backdrop of hot air balloons, sailboats, and the changing leaves. Admission is only $8 a family. Plus, you can also feast on a Corker's rib dinner at the end of the day. Paint a bright picture for our community's future. Colors of Memphis, a festival at Rainbow Lake.
You know, being from Texas, I can appreciate a good fight. And most of us down in Texas have heard about some of the great fights and some of the great brawls that's occurred here in the USWA territory in the past few years. Pretty famous for it, actually. One of them happened in Kennett, Missouri in 1992. It involved Robert Fuller and Jeff Jarrett against the Moondogs. Some interesting things happened during that fight. I think you might want to watch.
Spike now. Boy, look at them. They're still working. Robert has the Moondog Spot. Hey, look at Richard Lee now. He's got a garbage can from the back somewhere. Boy, spilled Coke over all of us here. Boy, did he nail Robert Fuller. Boy, whatever is in that can got over us all here at ringside. Nailed him, Robert Fuller, with that trash can. Boy, did he nail him good. Bent that can on Robert. Oh, boy. Moondog Spot picks that can up. Nails Jeff with it again. Oh, boy, what a wild bout here tonight. The Moondogs and their manager, Richard Lee, going wild on Jeff Jarrett and Robert Fuller. They've got that trash can that Richard brought in here with whatever he had in it. Nails referee Paul Neighbors. Both of the Moondogs now working on Jeff Jarrett. Both double teaming on Jeff. Boy, they got Robert knocked out on the floor, and they're going to work on Jeff Jarrett. Moondog Spot and Moondog Spike. Boy, the Moondogs working on Jeff. Moondog Spot up on the middle rope now. Comes down. Big right hand on Jeff. Oh, boy. Jeff gets that can. Working on the Moondogs with it. Moondog trying to grab it from Jeff. Jeff again with that can. Working on him. Boy, he nails referee Paul Neighbors. Hey, look at here. Here comes the King. Jerry Lawler. Boy, Jeff Jarrett and the King. Boy, he has some sticks and a broom. What a ring full of everything. Boy, in Killen, Missouri, what a wild bout. The Moondogs, the King, Jerry Lawler, and Jeff Jarrett, all in the ring. Moondog has that broom. Oh, he broke it on Jeff's back. Broke that broom on Jeff. Lawler's got that broom running after the Moondogs now. Whoa, he caught Moondog Spike with that broom. Nailed him again and again. Look out back there. They're running back. Back to the back wall. Lawler's got that broom. Whoa, man, he threw that broom at him. They're back near the concession stand now. Jeff Jarrett picks up that garbage can. Throws it on the Moondog. Lawler throws Spike right into that table now. He's got that broom again. Swings at him. Missed and swinged at him again and caught him that time with that broom. Oh, boy, they're in the concession stand there now. Throwing everything. What a wild bout. Started off with Jeff Jarrett and Robert Fuller. Defending, trying to regain the USWA tag team titles. Didn't work out that way. Moondogs come out here. Richard Lee came back. He started the whole thing by grabbing that trash can. Moondog Spot's in the concession stand, spilling Cokes, knocking everything over. Look out, fans. I tell you, we need to try to get back here. Jeff's got a garbage can now. Catches the Moondog with it. Oh, boy, Lawler came out to help Jeff, and the Moondogs may have their hand full now with the King. Jeff grabs that chair. Catches Moondog Spike with it again. Right near the concession stand in Killen, Missouri. USWA wrestlers. Oh, look out. Again, Lawler with that trash can. Jeff picks that can up. Boy, he almost caught him with it. Jeff Jarrett, and he's got some help now. The King, Jerry Lawler, comes out. Moondog's in that concession stand. Comes out. Lawler swings that broom again. He missed him that time with it. Jeff with the garbage can. Oh, boy. One of the wildest bouts, the wildest bout I've ever seen. Oh, look out over here. Moondog and Jeff Jarrett going after each other. Moondog Spike takes Lawler, rams him into that wall. Boy, he broke that ice compactor right on Jeff. That container that makes ice in the refrigerator from the concession stand broke it right over the top of the head of Jeff. He's got that table now. Jeff throws it after the Moondog. Oh, referee Paul Neighbors goes down. Moondog Spike working on referee Paul Neighbors with that broom. Moondogs got that broom now on Lawler. Lawler takes Moondog Spike into the wall over here. Oh, Lawler gets that broom, swings it at him again. There's Jeff and the other Moondog. Lawler caught him with that broom. Threw that broom at the Moondog Spot and caught him right with it, too, boy. Boy, did he catch him. Lawler takes Moondog Spike into that table. There goes another garbage can. Oh, boy, what a wild bout. Boy, I tell you, this bout is one of the wildest bout I have ever seen. I tell you, I've never seen anything like this. The wildest bout I've ever attended and seen. This reminds me of some time back, Lawler was involved in one of these bouts, but this bout is definitely the wildest I've ever seen. Lawler and Jarrett in the concession stand in Kenton, Missouri, against the Moondogs. There's Moondog. Jeff's got a jar of something he threw at him there. Moondogs, Jeff Jarrett, and the King, Jerry Lawler, all in the concession stand. There goes the Coca-Cola bottle. Lawler takes the Moondog, throws his head right into the top canvas. There goes another garbage can. Lawler picks up. Goes after the Moondog, and again, boy, what some wild USWA championship wrestling action. There goes a bottle, a glass of something that just broke. Looked like it cut Lawler in the eye, too. I don't know what it was, but Moondog Spot threw a bottle of something, and it cut Lawler right in the eye. Boy, did it catch him. There's the Moondog, rams Jeff's head right into that door over there. Lawler's got that. Oh, boy, look out. Thing of glass. Hey, look out. Boy, he almost caught the Moondog with that glass. Let me get back here so I can see what's going on. Oh, man, what a wild bout. There goes a light bulb in the top of the kitchen there. Boy, what some wild action, I tell you. Moondog picked up that garbage can, and the light bulb is gone. Boy, I tell you, the concession stand is about clean. Lawler picks the chair up, throws it at the Moondog. Here they come back over here. Look out. Back over here again. Lawler in the concession stand. He's got Moondog Spike inside that sink. Going after the Moondog. He's got some running water on him down there. I don't know what he's got. Look out. Here we go again. Oh, Jeff takes the Moondog right into that wall. Big right hand by Jeff. Jeff throws, I don't know what in the world, like a boxer. Man, I tell you, I don't know what in the world is going on here. What a wild bout. Jeff Jarrett is cut open all on his back there, on his shoulder. Man, I tell you, what's the wild action we've got going here tonight. Jeff Jarrett and Robert Fuller tried to regain the USWA tag titles by defeating the Whoa! Lawler and Moondog Spike in the concession stand now. Right inside the concession. Lawler's got him down on that table. Oh, man. He picked up a bottle and threw it on the Moondog. Just missed with that bottle. Wild USWA action here tonight. What a wild ending of the USWA World Tag Team titles, which were at stake. The Moondogs came out to defend the titles, and boy, I tell you, what some wild action. There goes the Moondog into that wall.
And I love that. You know, being a former referee, I'm glad I didn't have to try to gain control in that fight. We're going to be back in just a minute with probably the most influential wrestler in the history of this area.
The Great Leather Roundup brings you outrageous savings on luxury leather from Fleming's, like this genuine leather sofa, just $5.99 this week only, or this leather sofa love seat and chair, all 3 pieces, $14.99. Choose leather sectionals $9.99 or motion leather sectionals $22.88. Plus all over luxury leather at incredible savings. This all leather sofa just $8.99. This super plush leather sofa $11.95 or high back plus comfort $13.95. Special terms too. Head them up and move them out to Fleming's Great Leather Roundup, partner.
When Mark Wallace picked a college, he made sure it was close, but not too close to home. After all, he didn't want his mother calling him all the time.
Mark, yo, mommy's on the phone. Again? Again, man.
Of course, he didn't know she'd get a great deal like Bell South Area Plus and turn all those toll calls into local calls. Lots and lots of local calls.
Hello, Mark?
Last I heard, Mark was looking into the student exchange program.
In New Guinea? Or further. Further's good.
They're here! They're here! They're finally here!
I know football has come to Memphis, but look what has come to Covington Pike Chrysler.
Save at least $3,000 off all new Chrysler and Plymouths in stock. 97 Neon's only $89.95. 97 Breezes only $13,995. 97 Sierra's only $16,495.
Remember, when you hear them say, nobody beats our prices, I'm the nobody they're talking about.
Covington Pike, Chrysler, Plymouth on Covington Pike, Memphis.
I want all new must-see TV.
It's coming, Memphis.
It's NBC Premiere Week.
All your favorites and all new must
of must-see comedy. Kirstie Alley.
Tony Danza.
Jenny McCarthy.
And the Mad About You baby.
Plus, for the first time ever,
ER will be broadcast live.
WMC TV5.
TV5. TV5.
WMC TV5.
NBC Premiere Week.
It may be the greatest week of your life.
You know, before the USWA was even called the USWA, there was one man who probably influenced more wrestlers than any other person in this area. His name was Jackie Fargo. He called himself the fabulous Jackie Fargo. He had many feuds, many fights. One of the most famous was with a man called Al Green. It culminated in the early 70s with a match in which the stipulations were that if Jackie Fargo were to lose, he lost his hair. If Al Green were to lose, he had to leave this territory for 1 year. Pretty exciting match. Some old tape, but I think you're going to really enjoy it. Let's take a look at it now.
If Al Green loses the match,
There's no doubt that Jackie Fargo holds a special place in the history of the USWA and wrestling in this area in general. When we come back, we're going to show you some never-before-seen footage of a special night in the history of USWA.
Now, coolness for your mouth, long-lasting freshness for your breath has its own look, shape, and taste. It's Cert's Cool Mint Drops. Cool new box, cool mint drops. Outside, cool, clean, and fresh tasting. Inside, a sparkling drop of Redson for fresh, clean breath that really lasts. Cert's Cool Mint Drops, so you can keep your cool longer. Available in new freshmen, too.
You know, I've been in Memphis a long time. Bill Blake Insurance has, too. If you have never checked out the hometown boys at Bill Blake Insurance, then you're missing a Memphis tradition. Respect, service, and good value is part of doing business at Bill Blake Insurance.
I've been doing business with Bill Blake Insurance for years. He's always there when you need him, and you only have to make one payment per month.
I sing the blues all over the world, but I always come home and I always see the hometown boys at Bill Blake Insurance. At Bill Blake Insurance, he's from Memphis.
Bigger is better, and Covington Pike Lincoln Mercury's biggest inventory ever is now in final closeout. Over 200 Lincolns and Mercuries in forced reduction. Maxed out 97 town cars start at just $27,979. Get clearance discounts of $6,500 off Villager minivans or $3.9 for 60 months. 97 Mountaineers are discounted $5,500 or pay just $349 a month. Covington Pike Lincoln Mercury now in final closeout. Off Covington Pike on Covington Way.
In the 90s, spirituality is more important than ever. That's why Action News 5 is the first television station to focus on faith with our weekly series, People of Faith. And our commitment doesn't stop there. Ben Watson's Family Focus each Wednesday, Family Healthcast, Hometown Heroes, and more. Family and faith. Because we're all searching for purpose and truth.
Now, what you're going to see next is not a match, but there's no doubt that it created a lot of excitement in the USWA. It was a special night in 1995, in fact, in June of 1995, and it honors some of the greatest wrestlers, some of the greatest competitors that's ever been through this area. I think you're going to enjoy watching this and remembering some of these great competitors.
And as a young lady worked there, that later on in years I found out that the men's name was on the front door, but the brains and the drive of that office was none other than Miss Christine Jarrett. Miss Christine, a Hall of Fame.
He was an outstanding tag wrestler, tagged with a good many different partners. One of them he was particularly known as his partner. He considered him to be his protege, and he did him proud as they became the Southern Tag Champions and honorably held those titles. We're inducting as our next inductee into the Memphis Wrestling Hall of Fame, Tojo Yamamoto. Accepting for Tojo Yamamoto is Jerry Jarrett, his former partner and great holder. Jerry?
Make this presentation to one of the greatest men in Memphis wrestling, in fact, in the United States, the world. He's held about every title you can think of, single title and tag. Southern heavyweight, Southern junior heavyweight, Southern tag team, world's heavyweight champion, tag champion, Midwest title, Gulf Coast, you name it, he's held it. With his brother, and the one I'm going to do now really gives me a lot of pleasure, and that's Don Green.
Don, all right.
He's held many titles. There's a lot of people owes a lot to him. And in his own words, you know, he was the greatest. And I will say this, he's the only man, the only wrestler in the world that ever cut Jackie Fargo's hair right here in this ring, right here in this building. The only man. So without further ado, it is my pleasure and a great honor to introduce you to Mean, Lean, Hungry Al Green.
And I also believe that Memphis, Tennessee is the home of rock and roll wrestling, and some of the greatest wrestlers that have ever been have come out of this city, and they're still coming through here. And I believe there's one man here tonight that had a lot to do with that, and it's my pleasure to induct Mr. Sputnik Monroe into the Wrestlers Hall of Fame. Congratulations there, Mr. Monroe.
Presented to none other than Lance Russell.
Thank you, my boy.
And I know that's not much of a surprise to you, but I think this may be. No one deserves to be in the Memphis Wrestling Hall of Fame any more than this man, Lance Russell.
Thank you, Dave.
Congratulations. We're going to be right back with USWA Championship Wrestling.
One of my friends actually sat me down. It was somebody that I, had cared about and stuff, and they basically said, you're a mess. We don't want to be around you anymore when you're drinking.
There was no stop. It was overboard. It was drinking till I was sick and throwing up and swearing I would never do it again.
Life wasn't fun anymore. I thought it was going to be because of what was in that little bag, but it just didn't have any joy. It had no texture, no taste, no color.
The hardest call you'll ever make is to get help, and the person who answers at Charter knows that, so give us a call.
I knew there was something that could be fixed, and so I chose treatment.
Charter is more than just a hospital. We have lots of treatment options and lots of ways to make them work for you, whether it's days, after work, or on weekends.
I asked for help. Can't do it all myself.
If you have a problem with alcohol or drugs, don't wait to call. And if you don't get help at Charter, please get help somewhere.
My dearest, though we are far from home, my thoughts are with you.
There is a place where history lives, where the Old South meets the New, Alabama, a crossroads in time, where travelers can touch the past and see the future. For your free guide to an unforgettable Alabama vacation, call today. 1-800-ALABAMA.
Maxwell House Coffee Day at the Mid-South Fair is back with a free concert from... Hey, we're the Monkeys, and people say we monkey around. On Monday, September 22nd, bring an unopened can or bag of Maxwell House coffee for the food bank and get 2 free admissions to the fair, a $10 savings. You and a friend will enjoy the fair, a free Monkeys concert, and a rest area with free coffee on Monday, September 22nd. All compliments of Maxwell House Coffee.
Sometimes in the world of wrestling, when two guys just can't get along, you have to find a way to settle a dispute. And one of those ways, and probably one of the most final ways, is to put them inside a steel cage and just let them fight it out. Well, I've been in the middle of a few of those myself. I've been in there with Abdullah the Butcher and Bruiser Brody, the Freebirds and the Von Erichs in Texas. In the USWA, it's no exception. They settle them that way here, too. One of the most famous cage matches in the history of the USWA had to do with Austin Idol, who was a very popular wrestler in this area, and, of course, maybe the most popular wrestler of all time here, Jerry the King Lawler. Now, the special thing about this cage match was the loser not only lost the match, but he lost his hair. Let's see what happened.
And Idol and Rich alternately taking shots at Lawler, who has lost it in 1817 due to the scheming of Austin Idol, Tommy Rich, and Paul Dangerly. Some furious people at the way that they lost it. Rich, another cheap shot. Idol holding the chain around the neck of Jerry
Ted Cortese, who is engaged to be here to shave the hair, is going about shaving the head of the legendary king of wrestling, Jerry Lawler. Lawler hurt. Oh, Jerry is in tough shape. And Cortese, the barber, being supervised by Austin Idol, while Paul Dangerly is collecting the hair in a bag. Well, a brutal match. And Rich, I have got to see the tape. I must see at the point where he entered the cage. I just absolutely am dumbfounded. And the king, who's been such a prominent part of not only all of professional wrestling, but of his hometown, Memphis, Tennessee, is having his hair shaved off in the center of the ring. Even more important to me as I sit here and look at it, Lawler is hurt from that post shot that Idol and Rich put on him. Position of being forced to cut the hair of an idol, and I don't mean Austin. Something that we never thought would be done. Lawler, having never lost a hair match, is having his head shaved in the middle of the ring with Rich and Idol, the culprits. And I can't put it any way but the fact that this didn't just happen. This took some heavyweight planning for them to pull this on the king. As Rich continues to kick the referee outside the ring. Calhoun will be so sore tomorrow. Lawler has slumped down to the floor as the barber is continuing at the instructions of Idol to get it off. Congratulating each other, and Paul Dangerly.
Well, you never know what's going to happen in a cage match, and that one was no exception. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. We're going to be right back with USWA Championship Wrestling.
The reason I would get out of bed is to have a drink or to do drugs, to be able to talk to people. I had a voice tell me I was an alcoholic for a long time. I didn't want to listen to it. I wasn't ready. When I was ready, I did it.
When you need help, Charter is here, and you can call us anytime. Charter is more than just a hospital. We have lots of treatment options and lots of ways to make them work for you, whether it's days, after work, or on weekends.
If I drink, I'm dead. If I don't, I'm alive.
If you have a problem with alcohol or drugs, don't wait to call. If you don't get help at Charter, please get help somewhere.
You know, I've been in Memphis a long time. Bill Blake Insurance has too. If you have never checked out the hometown boys at Bill Blake Insurance, then you're missing a Memphis tradition. Respect, service, and good value is part of doing business at Bill Blake Insurance.
Buying car insurance can be confusing, but not at Bill Blake Insurance. They can answer all your questions, and you only make one payment per month.
I sing the blues all over the world, but I always come home and I always see the hometown boys at Bill Blake Insurance. At Bill Blake Insurance, he's from Memphis.
Bigger is better, and Covington Pike Lincoln Mercury's biggest inventory ever is now in final closeout. Over 200 clearance Lincolns and Mercuries in forced reduction. Maxed out 97 Cougars are just $15,995. Choose from 1597 Sables starting at $16,995. Shop over 50 Grand Marquis starting at a low $19,600. And you'll find 6 all-new 98 Navigators in stock now. Covington Pike Lincoln Mercury now in final closeout. Off Covington Pike on Covington Way.
Outstanding selections, outrageous savings, like this universal Queen Anne Cherry dining room, just $4.99 for china or table and 4 chairs. Special terms, immediate delivery and happiness guaranteed from Fleming.
Running for your health can benefit women all over Memphis.
Hi, I'm Rochelle Stevens, Olympic gold medalist. I want to encourage everybody to come out and join a race for the cure, October the 18th, 1997.
I won the 1996 Race for the Cure. Why don't you come out and join me on October the 18th, 1997. See if you can beat me.
This special program not only stirred memories, but it provided action, some of the great action that USWA is famous for. If you're a fan of Jeff Jarrett, Austin Idol, Jimmy Valiant, Jerry the King Lawler, the Fabulous Ones, you're going to enjoy next week's show just as much. This is matchmaker James Beard, inviting you to be with us again next week on USWA Championship Wrestling.